Hi, and welcome to the Innate Life Pain presentation. So, if you're in pain and you want to get rid of your pain and get rid of it for life, you're at the right spot. Jim Carrey said, "My focus is to forget the pain of life. Forget the pain, mock the pain, reduce it, and laugh." Easier said than done, I know. See, I've been in pain. I've had severe injuries playing rugby, and this is an accident that I had riding my bicycle going about 35 miles an hour down a hill. My front tire suddenly came off, as if somebody yanked it off, and I torpedoed straight down on my head and shoulder. And that picture on the right is my scapula, the big shoulder blade in the back, the wing. I fractured my scapula severely, almost severe enough to need surgery. But thank God I didn't need surgery. But when I was laying in the hospital, and for the first 6 weeks, my pain didn't diminish below a 10 unless I took ibuprofen. Now, they wanted to give me narcotics, and I refused them because I know how dangerous they are. And I have this pain that I was in. I'm going to show you this pain along with other situations in my life, how I miraculously healed incredibly fast, faster than anyone would ever dream, and get back to life. 2.5 months after that accident, they told me it would take 9 months to a year to actually use it properly, to be able to do a push up or pull up. I didn't believe them. I knew what I did and what I taught my patients and clients worked, and I knew it worked all the time. And I knew it would work on me if I applied it. So 2.5 months later, that's me with my son Aaron, I ran a 5K race in 21 minutes. That's a 6:45 pace. Not bad, nothing spectacular, but pretty good after breaking my shoulder 2.5 months early. And then 5.5 months after a severe fracture to my scapula, I bench pressed 225 pounds, and I'm only 162 pounds. So my program, what I teach myself and what I do, it works, and I can teach this to you. I'm Dr. Aaron Tresser. I've been a chiropractor and health specialist, nutrition specialist, weight loss extraordinaire for over 21 years. And I say that because I follow a system that is really God driven. God has made our bodies with an amazing ability to heal, but we have to tap into that. If you don't do the right thing or if you're missing an element or two, you'll never succeed. So when you're in pain, what do they suggest? They suggest pills. Are pills the answer? And this is one reason I refused narcotics, and they thought I was absolutely crazy. Over 400,000 deaths a year are prescription drug deaths. 1,000 capsules of Tylenol in a lifetime doubles the risk of end-stage renal disease. 15% of people on dialysis are a result of Tylenol or aspirin. And nearly 20%, listen to this, of all heart failures are due to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, like the ones I had to take. I had to take ibuprofen at least once, sometimes twice a day, and I took 600 milligrams because the pain was unbearable. I would just go off into a corner and cry because I couldn't bear the pain. The United States takes 70% of all medication on the planet, and we rank 79th out of 81 in industrialized nations, countries, to its total health index. We have very poor health. 70% of Americans have chronic health conditions. 54% of children now have a chronic health condition. This means it's not going away. Heart disease is the number 3 killer. Cancer is the number 2 killer. And the number 1 killer, do you know what that is? Have you been told? It's our medical system, the drugs. If you Google death by medicine, you'll see these just horrible results. Our medical system is the number 1 cause of death in America. Prescription drug overdose is the number 1 cause of death in Westmoreland County. Ken Batcha, the coroner, it was a quote out of the Tribune Review, our local paper, said, "We're a pain-free, pill-happy society. We consume the largest portion of Vicodin that's available in the world." Here's Tom. Tom came in with his wife and was just curious about chiropractic care and about health and was in chronic pain and didn't know we could give him the results that he desired. Go.
Dr. Tressler, when I came here, I was in so much pain, and now I feel great, and I owe it all to you. And I've never been happier and never felt better, and at my age, I feel that's
Isn't that awesome? That is so cool. I love hearing those testimonies, and we hear them all the time. So we have to ask ourselves, what causes chronic pain? You have to understand pain symptoms, they start at 60% function. You have to understand that at 100% function, your body's functioning beautifully. It's when you get injured or trauma happens, something happens that starts breaking down function. So pain and symptoms begin the body's function when it loses 40% function or 40% breakdown. That's when you hit a threshold. That's when the problem begins. This usually takes years to develop, and it also takes time to heal. So it just doesn't happen overnight to heal, and it's not going to happen with a Tylenol or an aspirin. So we have to address the cause. See, from every cause, there's an effect, and vice versa. The cause is not a lack of medicine, and the cause is not bad luck or genetics. There's always a cause to your pain. Here at Innate Life, we call them the 3 T's, which affect your health, your nerve system, and your physiology. First T is toxins, medication, toxic or processed foods, environmental toxins, sugar, artificial sweeteners. These damage the cells, they damage joints, and they dehydrate the discs. This can impair physiology and destroy nerve function, which leads to and can lead to chronic pain. The second one is thoughts or emotions. Our busy, high-stress lifestyle, tension. Imagine when you're under tension, what happens to your muscles? They tighten up. Financial stress. All these things tighten up muscles, and the stress is put on the nerve system, muscles, and it affects your posture, again, leading to chronic pain. The third T, probably the obvious, is trauma. Falls, car accidents, sports traumas, poor posture like sitting at a computer all day, desk work, reading, iPods, iPads, your cell phone. All these things destroy the posture along with trauma. They destroy your physiology and can destroy your nerve system, which again lead to chronic pain. Here's Jim and Kathy.
Okay.
I just wanted to say how wonderful the adjustments are. I cannot believe that in over 32 years I finally slept all night, 2 nights in a row. This is only my third adjustment today. I'm so impressed, I can't believe it. My husband always had tingling down his arms and it felt like he had bugs crawling under his skin. It's gone already. It's amazing, and he actually feels a lot better himself. We're both very thrilled to have had this adjustment and the opportunity to come to see Dr. Shrestha.
It was funny. Isn't that awesome? I know when Jim came in, he really didn't want to be here. Kathy drug him. And she got curious and said, well, check me. And I didn't know she had a sleeping problem. And the one day she came in, she yelled out at the front desk, where is he? If he wasn't married, I'd kiss him. And she was talking about me. I wondered what's going on. And then I heard this testimony. See, pain, it breaks down your physiology. Physiology, now this is how this all works. And this is where it gets complicated, where when you go to your doctor and they say you're in pain, take some pills, that's not going to be your answer. That's not going to be your way out. It's only going to lead to a deeper problem and more pain as the pain pills wear off. So stress, and we're all under some type of stress, the 3 T's, they decrease hormone activity. Stress increases cortisol. That increases belly fat. Stress shuts down healing. Stress decreases serotonin. See, serotonin is that happily, bubbly feeling that affects your mood, your sleep, and sexual function. Stress increases nociception. Now follow me here. Nociception causes an increase in pain. It increases your blood pressure. It increases arthritis and joint dysfunction. It decreases digestion. It leads to chronic sickness, pain, and exhaustion. That's why when pain goes up, all of a sudden you need a blood pressure pill. And then your knees and your joints start to hurt. And then your bowels don't work properly. You can't even expel and you're constipated. And then you're starting to get chronically sick. And then you don't have energy. You go home, you sit on your couch. It just leads to chronic destruction. You're not going to get yourself out of this by a pain pill. You have to affect your physiology.
Hi, I'm Debbie, and back in 2011, my son Matthew was having some problems, so he came here, and He invited me to come too for a consultation, and after half an hour with Dr. Tressler, he was explaining to us about the spine and the nerves, and I walked out and I was convinced of chiropractic and believed in it. Then our daughter Bethany had allergies, and she came, and then we had Rich, my husband, come, and he, after, well, let him tell you.
After 1 hour of listening to Dr. Tressler explain everything about the spine and how it works and everything, it was just, I was sold on it, and it was the best thing I ever did. The best decision I ever made was to come here and to, get adjusted, and my lifestyle has changed, and it's just been fabulous, and I've never felt any better than I do right now. And just the way you learn from Dr. Tressler, and it's just a fabulous program, and I'm just so glad that we both did it with our family.
And it has changed our lives, and it's a blessing, and we just hope that other people can see and experience what we were lucky and blessed enough to see too.
Isn't that awesome? That is so cool. And it's not just about chiropractic care. It's about a lifestyle change and a belief system on how to get well and moving away from drugs into a new answer. So what is the answer? At this point, you may say, well, I've got these problems. The doctor told me I need drugs and drugs for the rest of my life. I've tried to get off medication, but I can't. It hurts too much. Believe me, when I was in my pain for 6 weeks of severe pain, there was nothing more that I wanted to get off the meds, but I couldn't until my body began to heal. But through that time period, what I'm going to teach you is the exact same thing, what I did for my body to heal. And after 6 weeks, the pain diminished, and I was beginning to do push-ups, and I had worked out the whole way through this. Remarkable healing. You can get the same thing. We have to look at balance. We have to balance our hormones, get them working properly, balance physiology. This is what hardly anyone is talking about, and balance your nerve system. So you'll go to the chiropractor and they'll talk the spine or nerves, but sometimes they don't put it all together or explain it. If you go to your medical doctor, they're just talking drugs and surgery. If you go to a nutritionist, they may just say it's your diet. See, it's a combination of things. One key is not the whole answer. So first, when we look at diet and supplements, a diet must be pure and it must be alkaline. And we'll talk about an alkaline diet. That's what we teach in our office. Anti-inflammatory diet. See, if you're eating processed foods like hydrogenated oils and sugars and artificial sweeteners, these are inflammatory. When you have inflammation, you have more pain. You need to take anti-inflammatory supplements like fish oil. So there's some simple things that you start to implement in your life. You have to eat, so just start eating healthier choices. And if you take supplements, you got to take the right ones. Most of them out there are garbage for you, except for a handful. Exercise, is that important? Well, listen, it's way more than just moving and doing some push-ups or bench press. See, this increases proprioception. Now, if you remember the nociception, that's pain. When you have more nociception, you have more pain. Proprioception is decrease of pain. So it decreases your nociception. This creates a cellular energy. That's where you get your energy back. Cellular detox. You need to cleanse. Exercise helps you do this. And there's physiological change for expression, increases bone growth and strength, reduces depression and anxiety. So I know when you're in pain, you're going to be depressed. There's going to be anxiety that kicks in. More pills is not the answer. It's going to drive you deeper into the problem. Increases muscle activity and increases balance and coordination. Exercise is a must, but sometimes you got to be real careful with what exercises you do if you're in pain, because it can actually stimulate nociception, stimulate stress. So you have to go about this the right way. Movement generates healing, but it's hard to work out in pain. But you must. But you have to do it the correct way. That's me playing rugby before the injury, and now that this has been about 6.5 months since my injury, I'm back playing rugby and full contact rugby, even with a blown shoulder. In my past, I've had rotator cuff tears, knee injuries, meniscus tear in my knee, broken ribs. I've had a lot of injuries, but what has allowed my healing so miraculous is exactly what I'm telling you. Here's Benedetto. When Benedetto came in, he was in a wheelchair, had a tumor in his back that they removed, and told him he would probably have to live his life in a wheelchair. He didn't want it. With our program, Benedetto was up standing in 6 weeks and walking, and he ended up walking with a walker and a cane. Within a couple months, he was doing fine. That's the power that your body has to heal. So what generates most of the healing power, this powerful healing? Well, Dr. Speary, he's an MD, neuropsychologist, neurobiologist, an 81 Nobel Prize, said 90% of the stimulation and nutrition to the brain is generated by movement of the spine. Our spine has to move properly, has to be aligned, and you have to have good mobility in the vertebrae. And due to the 3 T's, toxins, thoughts, emotional stress, and trauma, these bones can shift out of alignment. That's called a subluxation, and that creates nerve stress. The picture on the right, that red nerve, that bone shifts back on that nerve. There's an irritation. How would we know? And there's only one answer. Through an x-ray. When we do our exam and our x-ray process, we determine if subluxation, if your spine is healthy or unhealthy. What we're looking for is the spine must be aligned and balanced. A balanced spine increases nerve energy. If your spine is out of balance due to our posture exam or x-rays, then you'll have subluxation, nerve interference, and increased nociception, which is an increased chronic pain. And when you have chronic pain, you have chronic dysfunction. It just gets worse and worse if you don't get to the root of the cause. So here are 2 x-rays. The one on the left is a normal, healthy neck curve. It should have a big bow in it like a banana. Well, here's one of a patient that doesn't have the curve. When this happens, that puts stress on the muscles. Those shoulders get really tight. The neck gets very tired at night. You may have numbness and tingling in your arms, headaches. This could affect your thyroid. It could affect digestion. But to look at a person from the outside, you can't tell the difference until we take an x-ray. That's why you need an x-ray. Poor posture and subluxation. So Rene Callier, an MD with forward head posture, he found through his research that this increases heart and lung disease. In that forward head posture, the body just slumps. It can decrease 15 years of your life. So we not only look at posture and x-ray, but we look to know what to do to correct it to stop this from happening.
What's really been amazing about what benefits I've gotten from chiropractic care is that my vision has improved so much when I'm driving that I used to barely be able to drive at night, and I would have to go very slow in order to see the signs, in order to make direction changes. And now I can drive so fast, I'm at risk of going over the speed limit because my vision is so much better.
This is very true. She used to be like a granny, now she's like Tom Petty.
That's great. Isn't that awesome? And I think he meant Richard Petty. But they didn't even come in for vision problems. They came in with digestion problems, didn't realize they could affect vision. Pain, chronic sickness. See, it goes in order. Once pain starts, and if you don't identify it, it can turn into chronic pain. And chronic pain will create so much dysfunction and problems in your life, you won't want to live. It's hard to get through every day. I know this because I've lived through this pain. It was horrifying. I would do anything to get out of pain, but I knew that if I applied my principles that I teach in my office, that I would heal, and I did. So what's your answer? Your answer will be finding the underlying problem. We will do that. That's what we find. That's what we specialize in. That's why we are so unique and different in our office. We want to find out where your problems are. We will deliver. See, we investigate your past history. The 3 T's, where are your problems developed? Investigate and test your body physiology. And then we examine your spine, your posture, take digital x-rays, very precise. We also take motion x-rays for subluxation. So we get to the bottom of this. So when you come in, you'll sit down with one-on-one with the doctor. You're going to review history, your health, and your goals. We test your pH to see if you're alkaline or acidic. We analyze your body fat. We do this with a digital analysis. And what happens many times with pain, as pain increases, your weight increases. And you have chronic nociception, cortisol increases, belly fat increases, hormones shut down. That's why we test for this. Digital posture evaluation. We do a spinal and nerve system exam, and then we have digital x-rays, digital motion x-ray study, and a detailed consultation. Now, if all this was billed individually for each test, consult time, exam, and your x-rays, it could cost $395 to $495. Our online special is only $97. That covers all the testing, everything that we're going to do, not only on the first day, but on your second day as well. And if you'd like the family to come in and get checked, it's only $149. We have families that have 4, 5, 6. We have an Amish family that has 12 children. We did the entire exam, including all their x-rays, for this low rate. The reason we do that is many times insurance doesn't pick it up. And when you bill it test by test, it gets quite expensive, and you'll have this as a payment. We want to avoid that. We want to make it easy. We want to avoid these high costs for the first exam and so forth. Get to the bottom cause and see if this is the right place for you, just how we can help you and what we need to do. Because when you're in pain, you need to get out of pain. We need to find out if we can help you to move forward. So this doesn't have to be expensive. And that's for the entire family. That's why we love checking families. Well, here's a bonus. You're also going to receive my ABCs of Health book. It's my newest book that I have. It's going to just transform the way you think and really understand how God made our bodies to function and heal. And a money-back guarantee. If after the first exam and the x-rays and our consultation, you feel that this was a waste of time and wasn't worth the money, I'll give you your money back without question. Here's Sue. Sue came in frustrated. She was very skeptical, but it turned into an incredible, life-changing result.
Hi, my name is Sue, and I want to tell you today about the success that I've had with the program here at Dr. Tressler's chiropractic office. I am 60 years old. I have been sick for the last 5 years. I have tried other programs that included getting my body well, chiropractic, and weight loss. And within 30 to 45 days after being off the program, the weight is back, and I'm still sick. Some of the ailments that I had high blood pressure. I was on medication for a stomach that was not digesting. I cannot tolerate gluten. I had Barrett's esophagus, which is where the acid in your stomach comes up into your esophagus and leaves lesions. I also had hormonal problems and terrible problems with yeast and just bacterial infections recurring. So when I came here, I was still very sick again and very tired, and this was my last hope because, as I said, I've done this before and spent a lot of money doing it. And I heard Dr. Tressler on the radio for probably 6 months, if not longer. And when I would hear it, I'd say, just another weight loss program, just another thing that's not going to work. And as I got sicker and nothing was changing, and I was doing everything I knew to do and trying to eat clean and trying to stay healthy, and I was getting adjusted, and it still wasn't working. I came here, I think, in March of this year, 2015, and I was skeptical and impatient. And I would say probably within the first 2 weeks on the program, I was already feeling better. My mind was clear. I was starting to sleep at nights. I couldn't sleep at night. I also had muscle cramps in my legs real severe. I was already after 2.5 weeks starting to sleep better, feeling better, had a lot more energy, and I had just started the program. The chiropractic and the physical therapy that I received was a little different. I learned a lot more about the top of my spinal cord and how important that is for my body to heal. Something I didn't realize, even though I've been a patient for years somewhere else. The more I got into the program, and let me tell you, the weight comes off pretty easily. It made it easy to stick with the program. I had a few times when I thought, am I going to be able to sustain this just because I get frustrated? It was easy. I just kept going. The way I felt, the energy I had. I have a 1.5-year-old grandson. I'm going to keep up with him. It just felt so good to feel good again. Since I've been on the program, I am now down to a half a blood pressure tablet a day in the evening. I lost 23 pounds. I am no longer taking the medication for my stomach and the acid reflux and all of that. I still continue to take just a couple supplements just to help my body because I do have the gluten intolerance, and that affects your body pretty drastically. I wish I would have done this a year ago, but I was skeptical. If you're really debating about this, the only thing I can tell you is you have to give it a shot. You have to give it a try. If you're really tired of being sick and tired, you have to do it because the older you get, you cannot replace what feeling good is all about and having energy and having good health. It's necessary to stick with the chiropractic adjustments and to stick with the physical therapy, which is easy, even at home, because it helps you to maintain. I also want to mention I was crippled at birth. I was in a cast till I was 2 years old. So I have spinal problems. I am a regular chiropractic patient. But I have learned so much in the last year through Dr. Tressler and this program and the people, his staff, Dr. Muir, that it's irreplaceable. I look forward to at least another 20 years, 25 years with my kids and my grandkids, unless God decides to take me home before then, because I know I have the tools to keep going and to stay healthy. And I think that's it.
That was so cool. And I know that was just life transforming for Sue. And she came to us out of just desperation to lose some weight and found that her pain, her body transformed, her health transformed off medication. You may relate to that based on some of the health concerns she had. She had multiple health concerns. It was so in depth. And we are not just a weight loss program or a pain program. We're a life program. We want to get your life back in order so not only can you get out of pain and heal, but you can stay healthy for the rest of your life. So what you get when you come down, again, you sit down one-on-one with the doctor. We're going to review your history, your health, and your goals. Very important. Test your pH. Analyze body fat percentage with a digital analysis, digital posture evaluation, spinal and nerve system evaluation, digital x-rays, and digital motion x-ray study. Then, when we get all that information, your second visit, we're actually going to sit down and explain and outline all our plans in our office and your individual results, what it's going to take, how, and if we can help you. And if you qualify for one of our programs, just what it's going to take for you to succeed. We spend a lot of time with you. We also give you my ABCs of Health book for free, and again, a money-back guarantee. So after the second day, after you see your results and understand what we do and what it's going to take for you to succeed, if you decide this isn't the place and this was a waste of your time, I'll give you a check that day. No problem. Remember, we have an online special. It's only $97 for all this testing, your consultation, and the second day consultation. And our family rate is only $149. So something Sue had said is, boy, she wished she would have done this earlier. you're going through life, and you have to look and say, where are you going to be a year from now, 5, 10 years from now, if you don't make a change? Where are you satisfied with your health and level of function right now? It doesn't get easier when we get older. It gets harder. Just imagine where your life would be a year from now, maybe even just a few weeks or months that you're running and playing with your kids or grandkids. You don't have headaches every night. You're waking up with no stiffness, no back pain. You're going throughout your day with high energy, not dependent on pills. And better yet, as every day, every week goes by, you feel better and better. You get healthier as you age, not sicker. So this can be a reality, but we first have to check. So what are you waiting for? All you need to do is click the button below the screen, get your online special. We will contact you, or you can call our office and just mention that you were on the web. You got this $97 special or the $149 special, and you want an exam ASAP. We're going to sit down with you, and we're going to really find out if and how we can help you. And if we can, your life is going to transform. It's my promise to you that I'll do everything I can to help you. I've been in pain just like you. I've suffered with chronic, horrible pain, the injuries I sustained. I know what it is to be in pain. It is not a fun day when you're in pain. I had to get out of that. I succeeded beyond the doctor's expectations, 4 to 5 times faster healing than they ever dreamed possible. And right now, I'm 100%. I'm actually stronger now than I was before my accident. So you can have this same thing, but the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Click below, order your exam, give us a call, get in as soon as you can, and we will sit down and we will deliver and we'll help you not only get well now, but get well for a lifetime. Thank you, God bless, and can't wait to see you.